Why do we think that it's acceptable to perform about fried chicken on the Grammy stage? But you know what, though? That's very indicative of what the Grammys is. America's favorite clown show. That's what that is. And you know what? I want to talk about the Grammys too, because the Grammys, baby. Let's talk about the Grammys. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. My name is mostlydarius. If you're new here, and if you are not new here, then thank you for clicking this video and supporting the channel. It's always appreciated. Before I get into what we're going to be talking about today, make sure you guys hit the subscribe button, the notification bell, so you know when I upload a new video. Follow me on Instagram and on TikTok at mostlydarius, and we can get right up into it. I don't want to waste any more time with the introduction. I came here to, as you can tell by the title of this video, to talk to you guys today about KATSEYE. Let me give you guys my perspective of what KATSEYE, what I thought KATSEYE would be, what it is, and what it's become. And I could be wrong. I was introduced to KATSEYE by a friend like 2 summers ago. He told me to watch Dream Academy, Pop Star Academy, and I was like, okay, let's get into it. I had been on this girl group thing, like I have been getting back obsessed with girl groups again, and I was like, you know what, this is like the perfect show for me to watch. I watched the show, and what it seemed like to me was that KATSEYE was going to be marketed as a new American group. It was going to be like, how do I explain it? They're going to be following the K-pop formula, but they were going to be Americanized, right? I thought that K-pop artists talk about real stuff in their music. When I look at KATSEYE, all I see is Kids Bop. When I look at KATSEYE, all I see is the Bratz. Like somebody that's making a soundtrack for a Bratz movie or something. I don't even see the Cheetah Girls when I look at KATSEYE. You know what I'm saying? Because the Cheetah Girls is making real music, okay? Let's talk about that, right? When I look at KATSEYE, all I see is a gimmick and a cash grab. And what does that say for people that really love music? And what does that say for people that want to get into music, that all they should be getting into music is for cash grabs? Like, let's be honest. The reason that I'm even saying what I'm saying is because I made a TikTok video recently. I've been critiquing KATSEYE because I feel like every time I turn around, they have a new ad out. They have a new commercial. But I don't like their music. Why? Y'all have the best budget that an artist can ask for. Why are the lyrics not lyricking? Why is the songwriting not up to par? You know what I'm saying? And we have some good KATSEYE songs, don't get me wrong. My Way is a good one. Touch is okay. It's catchy, so it grew. So for that reason, we gonna put her in there. Of course, Gabriella is really good. They should have performed that at the Grammys, but we'll get to the Grammys in the we gonna get to the Grammys. What's the other one? Game Boy, I could do it, because Game Boy is real. You know, the second EP is definitely better than the first one. You know, Beautiful Chaos is definitely better than Soft is Strong. Whatever. My problem is, for KATSEYE to get the platform they have, when we have groups like Flow and Frequency, that's a problem for me. Because KATSEYE is the first girl group to perform at the Grammys since Destiny's Child, and way back when, maybe like 1999 or 2001. I don't remember the year, but it's been a decade and probably 2 decades and some change since a girl group has performed at the Grammys. And we give it to KATSEYE to go up there and perform about fried chicken and Teslas and boba tea and fucking Takis. How is that acceptable? And Michelle Williams from Destiny's Child was in the crowd. You think that's acceptable for Michelle Williams to see what the girl groups are doing now on stage? It's not. It's not. It's not. And the reason that they're there, and I want to make it clear, whenever I'm dragging KATSEYE, because a lot of y'all just seem to think that I'm going off on the girls when I have not individually or personally picked out somebody to start dragging. No, I'm dragging the team and the label, because they are the ones with the power to make these girls do what they're doing. When I listen to stuff that Lara has unreleased, that is nothing like what KATSEYE is making, which goes to show that they don't even have control. And we've seen everything. We've seen y'all formula. We've seen how the girls can't post online. Everything with KATSEYE is so calculated and perfect. We don't want that. It's 2026. We want to know who we're dealing with. Y'all can keep making these girls make all these TikToks. That's about to get old. Nobody cares, bro. Nobody cares. And it really pisses me off, because I guess, to me, I thought that the target audience was just older people. I didn't think that the target audience would be children. When I walk around, I literally see kids, you know, talking about Taki and Hottie and da 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 da. And it really just throws me, because it's like, The people that watch Popstar Academy that were making the Dream Academy videos, they were around my age. I'm 24. Let's be clear. A lot of y'all were in my TikTok comments trying to act like you're a grown man. Yeah, I'm grown, but like because I'm grown, I've been around for a while and I know what I want from an artist. And when I see a gimmick, I can call it out. Since I'm so grown, yeah, I am grown, a grown ass man. What are y'all talking about? So it really pissed me off because they were trying to be very ageist in the comments. Well, it didn't piss me off, but because it was funny because I know it's kids in the comments, but I know what it's like to be online. You want to defend your favorite artist, yada yada yada. But also, I'm not dumb or like delusional. Like at the end of the day, they deserve to be critiqued because they are not delivering what I came for. So with that being said, when I'm dragging the girls, I'm not dragging them. I'm dragging the label. How do y'all think that's acceptable for them to be performing gnarly at the Grammys? And then a lot of y'all want to keep talking about Billboard, Billboard, Billboard. Why are we using Billboard as a metric for success in 2026? Have we learned nothing in the last decade? First of all, Billboard is not even a reliable source anymore. Let's be clear on that. YouTube took away their involvement with Billboard. Like anything on YouTube doesn't count towards Billboard. You can't get no chart position that way. Billboard is constantly changing their rules every day to benefit them or to benefit certain artists. Billboard is not the metric for success. You know what the metric for success is? People like me, the consumers. I don't care if these kids are buying that stuff and whatever. I don't care. I have the right to have my opinion. And y'all can be mad about it all y'all want. Because just like nobody's forcing me to listen, nobody's forcing y'all to click play on my videos and comment, but y'all are doing it. Thank you, by the way. But like, please, like, y'all mad because I'm speaking my truth. I don't like what they're putting out. I know what they're capable of. These girls are super duper talented. And we was going to perform at the Grammys. Why are we not performing Gabriella? Why do we think that it's acceptable to perform about fried chicken on the Grammy stage? But you know what, though? That's very indicative of what the Grammys is. America's favorite clown show. That's what that is. And you know what? I want to talk about the Grammys too because the Grammys, baby. Let's talk about the Grammys. The Grammys. Oh, baby. The Grammys this year was so funny. First of all, I really don't even mind the Grammys no more because I don't take it seriously. I just like to see who's going to win, who's going to lose, and then I like to see y'all cry about it because y'all like to pick and choose when the Grammys matter and when the Grammys don't, which that kind of confuses me because one minute y'all saying the Grammys, they don't matter and they're racist and they don't give artists that deserve the awards, but when y'all favorite artists start winning, now we love the Grammys. Get the fuck out of here. Y'all need to be real one day, okay? I really want y'all to be real. With that being said, the Grammys was just so... I felt like that was a gimmick this year too. And it's not to say that it was a gimmick because of what they were talking about, because I do appreciate them shedding light on, you know, all of the ice out stuff. And I appreciate that. I just felt like it was performative. And yes, that's the name of the show. It's the Grammys, Let's Perform, right? But I felt like it was performative in the sense that I never in my life have seen an awards show where people were able to do that so often. And it just raised a lot of eyebrows for me because I was just like, there's an agenda that I feel like being pushed here. And if y'all don't know by now, for me, I'm not red party or blue party. I really just, at this point, since Kamala lost, I have nothing for either. I wanted her to win because, first of all, I wanted a woman to win over who we have now. And I just felt like I didn't want a lot of the stuff that I seen that they were, like the stuff that they were saying was going to happen under his presidency. I didn't want that to happen. So, of course, I'm going to vote for Kamala. But since she lost, let's unpack. Both candidates were bullshit. And we could be honest about that because we have what we have and we're going to deal with that. We got to deal with that. But what I'm saying to say is when I watch any celebrity endorse any politician, that's just raising an eyebrow for me because I know that they're pushing an agenda. Because at the end of the day, this country is about money. It's not about people and it's not about who cares about who. It's about money. And so, yeah, I did raise a lot of my eyebrows when I was watching the show. Now, another thing I want to say is that album of the year, I saw a lot of y'all complaining and saying Miley was hating on Gaga because she won album of the year. I don't think that was what was going on. Let's think about it. Miley Cyrus is a child star. She's been in the game for how long? And she just got her first Grammy with Flowers. That's another reason that this is America's favorite clown show. How many hits has Miley Cyrus had? And she hasn't gotten a Grammy all these years? And so y'all getting mad at Miley Cyrus, but at the end of the day, if she was hating on Gaga, who the fuck cares? Now, mind you, Miley Cyrus was clapping for Gaga, and Gaga deserved the award. But I definitely think Something Beautiful was an amazing album. Like, that's my personal favorite. I loved Mayhem Era, but I just feel like as a project, the experience that I got with Miley, like I went to go see the movie in person. I thought it was a pretty good film. You know, it could have been a little better, but it was good for what it was. It was an in-person experience, and that I can appreciate. So I did feel like Miley put her ass into that album, and I think she put into that album. And so I definitely felt like she deserved an award or to be nominated for a little bit more. But at the same time, she wasn't making this album to get a hit. And so that I can respect. So it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that she was hating on Gaga. I don't think it was this whole big thing that y'all trying to make it. But, you know, people are going to take nothing and make something, right? That's what we do in America. That's what we do as humans. That's just what we do. But with that being said, I thought that the Grammys overall was okay. Like, honestly, I wasn't blown away by any performances, and I gotta be real about that. I wasn't blown away by any performances. Sabrina Carpenter, she got up there and she did what she always does. That's getting old, no shade. Love Sabrina down, I guess. I don't really listen to her music, you know, but she's a good pop star. I'll give her that. But I just feel like seeing her bring Earth, Wind, and Fire out at Coachella and listening to the stuff she's putting out, that girl do not want to make this type of music. She's making this type of music. Maybe the label's making her make it, or she's trying to gain some type of audience. I don't know, but I know one thing. Sabrina Carpenter, I only got one more album for her before I fully give up on her, because I don't really care about these new pop artists like that. I'm gonna be honest. I come from the era of Miley Cyrus, Rihanna, Demi Lovato, Beyonce. Like, I come from that era of pop stars. Katy Perry. You know what I mean? Like, that's pop. Kesha, pop. You know what I mean? Like, that's the era that I come from. So I'm not settling for bare minimum. You know, I like Tay McCrae. She's cool. She didn't get nominated for her last album. Interesting. Another reason that that's America's favorite clown show. We're not nominating the people that deserve to be nominated. We giving people awards for songs that came out 2 and 3 years ago. But y'all want me to take this award show seriously? Please. I'm not about to be like y'all online getting mad about this shit. I'm sorry. It's just funny to me that this is something that people show up for every year, and this is what's going on. So yeah, I just feel like, you know, the Grammys was BS this year. It always is. It has always been. I just think that it depends on who you ask. A lot of y'all really hold the Grammys in high regards. I don't know why. It's the same as Billboard, like I just said with KATSEYE. We're not going to keep using Billboard and Grammys as metrics for success. That ship has sailed a long time ago. So we can pack that up and we can move to the next topic. Let's talk about the Real Housewives franchise. Let's talk about Salt Lake City, Beverly Hills, and Potomac. I have a lot to say about these cities because they're the ones that are currently airing. Well, Salt Lake City is over now, and Potomac is about to have their reunion. They just had to sit down with Karen. But I guess I can start talking about Beverly Hills first, because that's the most boring one right now that's on TV. But unfortunately, it's the most popular one. So let's just get it out the way. Beverly Hills, Beverly Hills, Beverly Hills. I just feel as though they have so much potential, bro, in Beverly Hills. Like, why is it so hard to get it right in Beverly Hills? I don't like this cast. I feel like every time I turn around, there's always a gang up on Beverly Hills. Like, Beverly Hills is notorious for ganging up. And I don't want Salt Lake City to fall down that path, because I see what they just tried to do with Meredith. While I do think Meredith had her faults, I don't think that that's normal for Salt Lake City to do gang up seasons. But Beverly Hills, y'all have been doing this for too long, and it's starting to become a problem. I just feel as though Amanda, they're hating on Amanda. I really do. I feel like they're hating on Amanda because, first of all, she's young. She doesn't have a traditional business, how a lot of people in Beverly Hills have, which that's not even true either, because it's Beverly Hills. I mean, what's traditional about Beverly Hills? That's literally right on the corner from Hollywood. So why are we acting like Amanda, the way she gets her money is just this way, just like this thing that needs to be discussed, she's a fraud and like, please, I'm not liking the girls this season. I'm not liking the Dorit and Kyle of it all. I don't care that Kyle and Dorit are having issues. I don't care. We know that they having issues. I'm tired of Kyle. I don't care about Kyle and Mauricio. I'm tired of that. Erica, I like Erica a lot because she gets the girls together, but Erica really don't have nothing going on. I want to see Erica Jane. Or like, I want to see Erica Dane. I want to see her boyfriend. Like, I want to see Erica in the flesh. Like, I don't understand. It just feels like the girls in this show are not being upfront about what's really going on in their lives sometimes. And I just feel like it's so produced. And and it's sad to say, I feel like Jennifer Tilly is like, you can feel Jennifer Tilly's absence on this show. We should not feel the absence of any friend of when we watch a Housewives show. But for some reason, the only thing that's keeping me laughing and keeping me entertained this season is Jennifer Tilly. There's something to be said about that. There's something to be said about that. There needs to be a major recasting in Beverly Hills. First of all, bring back Crystal, get rid of Sutton. I'm tired of Sutton. Sutton gotta go. She gotta go. I'm tired of Sutton. Sutton has to go. Bring back Crystal, keep on Erica, keep on Dorit, keep on Bowles, and Yeah, that's pretty much it. And then we can get some new girls in with that. I like Amanda. I like Amanda. I like Amanda. I don't really mind Amanda. She's a textbook Virgo though. Like Amanda is a literal Virgo. Like the calculation of it all, like the practicalness, like the perfection of it all. Like you can tell, like when you look at Amanda, like oh my god, especially when she did that thing with Dorit at the table. Oh my gosh. She was like so calculated because it's like, of course you're gonna bring up your son's death anniversary in the middle of an argument, which that's the calculation of it all because that right there should have been Dorit's cute to shut the fuck up, but she didn't. But Amanda is so calculated in the mind that she knows that her bringing that up while nobody knew, that was gonna like make it was a way to try to make people raise eyebrows at Dorit, but at this point everybody kind of seen through it, so she's not really getting the response she was looking for. I feel like maybe she, I don't know, did she want the girls to stop being friends with Dorit over that? I don't know what's going on over there, but Beverly Hills, I just feel like they need to get it together over there. I don't really have much for this cast. Also, I feel like Bose is a little bit like I like Bose, but Bose is low key like annoying a little bit this season. It's the constant defense of Dorit that's kind of annoying. Like Dorit is a big girl. Dorit is a big girl. You defended her enough last season. We don't need to keep seeing Bose be the savior for Dorit. We're good. We're good. Let's let Sutton do that this season. Since she's trying to build a friendship, you, Bose, you sit back and you mind your business sometimes. I don't need to keep seeing you defend Dorit. That's starting to get on my nerves. And I just feel like the way, I feel like Bose comes off very judgy. Like, did y'all hear when she was like, oh, I would have, when the lady at the table, she was like, she had a happy ending and a massage. And she was like, oh, axe murderer with a chainsaw wouldn't be able to get that information out of me. Like, okay, Bose, we get it. Like, are we slut shaming? The girl had a happy ending and massage. Like, why is that? So why should she keep it a secret? Because you would be ashamed what people would think of you if they found out you did that? Girl, and if you would be ashamed of yourself, you're only ashamed of yourself because that's what the world made you feel like would be shameful. Like, stop it. But, you know, to each their own. If that's something that a fucking axe murderer wouldn't be able to get out of her, that's just her preference. I don't know what else to say about that. I'm not really gonna get mad, but I'm just saying, you know, it comes off a little bit judgy and a little bit slut-shamey. But yeah, Beverly Hills, y'all can pack it up. I don't understand how y'all are the most watched Housewives show, but all I do know is that Atlanta might be coming back to take that crown because they look like they have a very promising cast. And did y'all see Drew where she just went outside of Kelly's chicken and waffle shop like there's nobody there? That's what we're looking for. Beverly Hills doesn't give us anything. Beverly Hills is not funny anymore. Like, Beverly Hills is just not that girl, and I'm sorry. But we can move on to the next franchise, which is Salt Lake City. Salt Lake City had an okay season. I'm not going to shit on Salt Lake City. They had an okay season. I do think there's so much room for improvement. And I think that this next season is going to be the make or break it season for Salt Lake City. They need to get it together. The overproducing is crazy. What's starting to piss me off is I feel like Heather and Whitney are like the Ashley and Giselle of Salt Lake City. And let me explain to y'all what I mean by that. Clearly, Giselle and Heather are favored by production in some sort of way. They have some type of privilege. I don't know. That's just my speculation, my observation, how I feel. Whitney and Ashley are like the sidekicks in a way. Like, they do kind of, not the heavy lifting, because Giselle don't do no heavy lifting to me. Heather does heavy lifting because Heather, she do what she got to do. I feel like Giselle's a little bit more calculated. Like, Giselle will sit quiet at a reunion and get ate up. Heather wouldn't do that. But Ashley and Whitney, they run that mouth. Okay, they run that mouth when Heather and Giselle aren't going to run that mouth. And I just feel like what we seen this season was so overproduced. I feel like, I don't know what Heather was trying to do, but it backfired. I don't really think that Lisa put them rumors out about all of the girls. I'm gonna be real with you, because everybody else had a rumor out about them but Heather, I believe, right? And I think Heather has a bone to pick with Mary. I think Heather still has a bone to pick with Bronwyn. I think Heather has a bone to pick with Lisa and a bone to pick with Meredith. So therefore, who would be a better person to put out these stories and these rumors than Heather? We all know Heather likes to produce everything, and she likes to do this whole thing where she could come back at the finale and make this big conspiracy, and it was just weird. And like, looking back on it, like, she was really trying to make Lisa admit to, like, say she did something that she possibly didn't do. And yes, it does sound like Lisa behavior. It does. So I can understand why she would do it, but it's the fact that she was so, like, adamant about, like, you need to say that you did this because you need to say you did it. Like, why does somebody need to say they did something that they possibly didn't do? That makes no sense to me. Heather was pissing me off so bad. Whitney, I just feel like Whitney needs to really watch herself, because there's going to be a season where Whitney gets taken down, because I just feel like, Whitney, your mouth is crazy. Like, Whitney got something to say about everybody and everything. And I love Whitney. Whitney is a little cute little firecracker, okay? Don't get me wrong. I like her way more than Ashley, probably. I'm going to be honest with you, because I just feel like Ashley is a hot mess. We're going to talk about her. But I just want all the Salt Lake City ladies, I want y'all to pipe down. I want y'all to regroup, recenter, and find something else to talk about. Get something going on in your life that is interesting to watch. Yes, we love drama, but drama is not all we came to watch the Real Housewives for. Like, the essence of the Real Housewives is drama, yes, but it's not all drama. It's family, it's story, it's real life, it's marriage, you know? And when I look at a housewife like Bronwyn, that's a top tier housewife. She's giving us everything she has to give. And y'all can say she's calculated all y'all want, or she's on the show for an exit plan, yada yada. Who cares? Who cares? Y'all said that about Angela Oakley in Atlanta. I don't care if these girls want to get on this show for an exit plan from their husbands. Good. Because a lot of these girls be in controlling ass marriages, and their husbands don't even be wanting them to be on the show. So I don't care. That's not my concern. My concern is when the show starts to feel stale, and now I gotta start looking at production rather than looking at the cast. When I'm watching this show, I'm supposed to be paying attention to the cast. I'm not supposed to be thinking about how the show is produced in the back of my head because it's some bullshit. I should be at the edge of my seat. I should be coming back to the show like, oh my God, like, fuck production. Like, when I watch Married to Medicine, I'm not thinking about production on Married to Medicine. I'm thinking about the cast, because the cast understands the assignment. And Salt Lake City is similar to Married to Medicine in the sense that they have had an OG cast for seasons. They had a long, strong OG cast. So I just feel like at this point, you guys are acclimated with each other. If y'all have nothing else to give us or nothing to come up with, then maybe I don't know, maybe we need to cancel Salt Lake City. I don't know. But trying to push Brittany and Jared on me this season, like, come on. Come on, Bravo. Stop it, production. Y'all knew better than to give me a full scene with Brittany and Jared. Really? That's what we're doing? We're not doing that no more. Don't do it no more. Don't do it no more. And oh my God, let's talk about the reunion. Meredith, really? You're going to sit there and act like You're going to sit there and act like Brittany is anti-Semitic? Are you kidding me? I don't think, and Meredith, you're so wrong for that, because you know that Andy is Jewish. Like, you know that. You know that that's why you were, I'm not gonna say that's why you were allowed to show your journey of like converting to Judaism or studying it or whatever you were doing last season. I'm not gonna say that's why you did that, but like, I would be lying to myself if I said they wouldn't want to highlight something like that, because Bravo is just a Jewish entity in my eyes. I mean, they say Mazel Tov and they sell like this is okay, but to act like Brittany is anti-Semite, like what were you going for with that? That was disgusting. I was so freaking mad at Meredith for doing that, because I could see in that moment that she was just throwing stuff at the wall in hopes to get Brittany kicked off the show. And that's so weird to me. But the thing that I don't really feel bad about Brittany for is, you was doing the same thing to Meredith. Y'all both want to get the group in y'all favor. But guess what? It's never going to happen, because this group is not that type of group. Like, this group does not just take one person's side. It's always going to be somebody that's an oddball out. You're either going to get ganged up on, or they're all going to be going at each other. There's never going to be like one person is 100% right in Salt Lake City. I haven't seen it yet. But I just said that to say, like, I thought what Meredith did was very disgusting, and I felt like she was trying to like flex her muscle a little bit and use some power. Like, you know, you're full-time, you know Brittany is a friend of, you know how that would look to people. But I'm glad that a lot of us saw through that. I really don't think that Brittany is anti-Semitic. That's just my opinion. I'm not Jewish, so I can't speak on that per se. It's just my feeling. If you are Jewish and you're watching this video, you let me know what you think. But I just don't think that she is, and I think that was so disgusting for Brittany. I mean, I just think that was so disgusting for Meredith to throw on her. Like, you can literally see Brittany crying, because, like, really, like, y'all know what those type of allegations does to somebody. That's not cool. I didn't think that shit was cool at all. And it's, like, the fact that she was trying to double down on it. I'm so glad Andy, like, put his foot down about that. Like, girl, bye. Like, don't try to sit here and come up in here and do that. Like, don't do that. Don't do that. But, yeah, Salt Lake City, they still got it, but I think that next season is going to be a make or break season. It's going to really tell us what we need to know about this cast. I definitely think there needs to be some recasting. That lady that they went to the party where Lisa was like, gout dick sucker, when whoever's party, I think her name was Amy. They say she's like a socialite in Salt Lake City. They need to put her on the show. I don't know who she is, but they say everybody know her. So put her on the show. She seems to have some stain in Salt Lake City, so get her in, let's go. We need a new cast member for sure, but it's so hard to cast in Salt Lake City and Utah because so many people are racist. It's like they've tried to do it before, but it's either they're racist or they're a gimmick. Yeah, and it's like a lot of people, it's not that people don't want to platform Mormons, but like inherently what Mormons stand for, and like a lot of people don't want to platform that these days. Like, it's just the truth. And I'm not disrespecting the Mormon religion, but I mean, let's just call a spade a spade. The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, the reason that show is greenlit is because it's outside of the Mormon norm, you know? But that's neither here nor there. We can get to talk about Potomac before I wrap this video up. Potomac has had a good season. I will be honest with you. Potomac has kept me they kept me interested. It was must-see TV. I really enjoyed it. But I'm not enjoying Giselle. That's no surprise. I'm not enjoying Ashley. That's also no surprise. Monique's return, it was highly anticipated for me. It didn't fall flat. Like, Monique definitely delivered this season as a friend. You know, I'll give her that. She's not full time, but I think there could have been but I still do think there was more left to be desired with Monique's return. But with that being said, somebody that really kind of like disappointed me this season, I think it may just be because we know what we know about Wendy right now and like her case and how she possibly may or may not go to jail, and just watching her trying to hold Stacey accountable in front of the girls like that, like the finale, like that really bothered me. And I think it's something about Wendy that has been bothering me lately, is that while she will still check Giselle or Ashley, or if she feels like there's any unfairness or like some type of colorism going on, right, she'll check it, right? But I do still feel like a big part of Wendy wants their acceptance. And if Wendy could just pull away from wanting the acceptance of Giselle and Ashley and wanting to be friends with them, and I know that Giselle and Wendy were in the same sorority, and I'm not saying the girls need to beef, but I definitely think that Giselle gotta go. And them tired of girls coming on this show and kissing her ass. She is not that girl like that for y'all to be coming on this show and like kissing her ass like that. And it's just sick to me how she was treating Angel like, oh my God, poor little Angel. I'm not gonna say poor Angel because she ain't poor, baby. And that's what they tried to act like. They tried to act like it was all her fault that freaking property didn't have no water. Like, bro, they was giving Angel hell this season. It was so annoying to watch. I just feel like at the end of the day, I want Angel to come back because I feel like Angel really lives that lifestyle that these girls don't live. And I just feel like we need to get back to the essence of Housewives. When we watched Atlanta Housewives back in the day, all the girls had husbands except Kenya and Portia at one point. But Portia's husband never went on a couples trip. She kind of got divorced as soon as she got on the show. But nonetheless, what made the Housewives of Atlanta pop was the couples trips. We got Jazzy has a husband, Tia has a husband, Stacey has a husband, Wendy has a husband, Karen has a husband. You know what I mean? So it's like, oh, Angel has a husband, Kiana's dating Greg. So you know what I mean? We got opportunities to have real housewives teams going on, like with the husbands and bringing the husbands in. I'm sorry, that's why Jersey is so good. The husbands get involved. Like, that's why Beverly Hills is corny, because there's no husband involvement. And not that the show ever thrived on it, but they aren't able to uphold it. But then again, none of them are married. And like, none of them, I just don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. I just feel like at the end of the day, there's just too much left to be desired with these shows lately, and I don't understand why and where production is dropping the ball. It's so crazy how this show is able to be carried without Karen. I didn't really feel Karen's absence as much as I thought I would. Wow, I do notice that she's not there, and I would have loved to see her see how she would have taken Angel under her wing and stuff like that. I don't think that the show needs Karen, and this season was indicative of that. So we could really talk about that too. But if we get Karen back, I don't like how she was talking to Wendy at that reunion. Ain't no way in the world Karen would have been coming to me telling me anything. I would have cursed her the hell out. Like, you're not going to tell me to shut the fuck up at no reunion. Ever. I don't understand what Karen's problem is with Wendy. Like, what did she do to you besides have your back on the last season that y'all were on? And then you didn't even thank her. And you come outside of jail being shady. Like, girl, bye. This show is starting to be weird. And then y'all wonder why people are calling this show colorist. Like, I don't understand. But what I will say is, Karen, don't nobody want to see you come back on that Grand Dame shit. If you gonna come back, you need to come back as a human being. You need to come back being real. You need to come back like you got some sense. You're not on your high horse. We need to come back as Karen Huger. I know that in the jail you was the mother and you was helping people around, but like, we don't need to see that. We don't need to see that. And quite frankly, is it even healthy for you to come back to a show like this, like mentally? I don't know. But maybe the ego in you won't let you. But you know, let me know what y'all thought about this in the comments. I don't know what else to say. I have more to say, but I think this video is a little bit long now. But yeah, let me know what y'all thought about everything in the comments. Like, let me know how y'all feel about the Grammys, KATSEYE. Let me know what y'all feel about all of the Housewives series right now, Potomac, Salt Lake City, and Beverly Hills. And I'll see y'all in the next video. Thank you for watching.